my review of the Oppo Find 5. I know it's a very weird name, but this is a very powerful Android smartphone that just came out to the market. And of course, it's not coming from one of the major players like Samsung or HTC, but this phone is packing some pretty impressive specs, and I'm going to see where this phone is going to stack up against all the other Android smartphones on the market right now. So I'm just going to start the review with the design and the hardware. Now overall, this phone is very well built. It's solid, but it does come in a little bit heavier than other smartphones on the market. It comes in at 5.8 ounces, but because it's only 0.35 inches thick, it is very nice to hold in your hand, one of the thinnest smartphones on the market right now. And as we make our way around the device, on the left-hand side, you will find the power button. Next to that is the SIM card slot. And on the right-hand side, you will find the volume rocker. On the bottom, you'll find a micro USB port. And then at the top, you'll also find a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And so even though this phone is big, all the buttons are placed in a manner where they're going to be easy to reach while you're holding it with one hand. But the true star attraction of this phone is its screen. It has a 5-inch 1080p screen that has 441 ppi, that's pixels per inch, and you compare that to the iPhone 5's 326 ppi, it's definitely bringing the heat. Now, although a lot of applications and websites aren't really optimized to take advantage of this beautiful screen, the stock icons in the OS and everything with the OS, including the wallpapers, really do stand out. Then you also combine this edge-to-edge glass display with a bezel that's only 3.25 millimeters thick. This thing is just, the screen will really wow you the first time you turn it on, and every single time I've been using it, I still kind of take a note of just how good the screen looks. And that's going to dive into some of the internal specs of this phone. It is featuring a Qualcomm quad-core 1.5 gigahertz processor. It does come with 2 gigabytes of RAM. You can get either 16 or 32 gigabytes of internal storage. And this phone does have NFC, but one thing it is missing is LTE. But it does work on HSPA+, and also this is a GSM phone, so it'll be working with AT&T and T-Mobile here in the States. But if you're a Verizon customer or on another carrier that uses CDMA, you're going to be out of luck with this phone. And also, this phone has a 2500 milliamp battery, which is not going to last you the entire day. But if you do turn the brightness down on this big screen, it'll definitely last you through the majority of the day. Now let's go to move on to the cameras. Now the front-facing camera on this Oppo Find 5 is a 1.9 megapixel shooter that can take 720p HD video, and it can take some pretty nice video for a front-facing camera. Then as we move on to the back, you'll find a 13 megapixel camera that has an aperture at f2.2, which should be good for low light situations, especially indoors. And so this camera can take some impressive shots indoors, especially if you have an adequate amount of natural light. But I did find that the video was lacking a little bit, especially with focusing indoors. But when you do go outside, not only the videos, but the pictures do get better as well. And as you can see from these shots, the Oppo Find 5's camera, just like its screen, is probably one of the best on the market. And I would say this camera really comes up second to the Nokia 808 PureView as far as having one of the best cameras. And a couple other cool features that the cameras can do. It can also take HDR pictures and video. And again, they were kind of hit and miss, just like the indoor shots. But at least it does have that feature. And this is all hardware supported too. So